So the group of death lives up to its name, with Hungary almost squeezing through to the round of 16, but in the end Germany, Portugal and France managed to qualify. So I think we have to start with that banging Hungary game. Hungary 2, Germany 2. Brilliant game on the same time as the Portugal-France game. The most entertaining group by far. Hungary, who'd have thought their passion, their fans have helped them contribute to this crazy group. Everyone would have thought they'd be sit there on 0 points at the bottom of the group, but they got a point against France. They in the end got a point against Germany. Yeah, they could have qualified, but it's two great moments for their country. But amazing scenes. There was a head 1-0, brilliant header, wicked cross. What a goal by that number 9. Amazing header, and then eventually Germany did score, and as soon as you saw them score, bang, within a minute they go and score again, and they're leading 2-1, and their fans, you could just see, it was at the Allianz Arena, Germany, so obviously all the Bayern guys have a bit of an advantage, but you see the Hungary fans just hanging over the edge. Yes, it was an amazing scene, and you just really wanted Hungary to go through, didn't you? But in the end, Germany got the luck, and Goretzka scored that goal, that little shot, broke him in the box, and it is what it is. Hungary tried their hardest, and obviously they weren't expected to go through, but it was almost there. It was 10 minutes away from knocking Germany out, or possibly Portugal if France had to beat Portugal. Madness. The positions kept changing. At one point, Portugal was first, then France was first, then Hungary was second, then Hungary was third, then Portugal was fourth. It was madness. But in the end, Hungary did end up going out, and very sad for them. They've done themselves proud. The point against France, as I said, and the point against Germany. Their fans seem to have helped a lot. Obviously, you had the packed-out Budapest, which was their home ground, I think, for 2 of the games. Incredible there. And they surprised a lot of people. You could say dark horses. They did a lot better than everyone expected them to do, and it's fantastic. It would have been great to see them go through, but overall, wasn't meant to be. And the Germans, a bit of luck, well, they deserved it probably in the end, because I thought that performance against Portugal was very, very good, but then dropping off against Hungary shows that there is weaknesses, and you see weaknesses within near enough every one of these teams at the moment. I know we're saying like England are crap, but if you're looking at other teams, they're not getting the best results. And yeah, overall I thought Hungary did well, but it just wasn't meant to be. And now Germany end up facing England. Rematch 2.3.0, 4.0. How many times we played the Germans? Obviously, the bit I remember is the Lampard hitting the crossbar, hitting it off the line. It went in. The referee didn't allow it, and we got knocked out. We've had so many times where we've lost to Germany on penalties, and we've always got knocked out by them. Hopefully, this is a turning point, because they're not at their best. They played really well against Portugal, but the other 2 games, they've dominated possession, but haven't been able to create the chances. And maybe if Southgate's defensive tactics, like Hungary did, maybe they can work, and maybe we might be able to beat Germany, but who knows? Right, and now we are going on to the France and Portugal game, the big one. Ronaldo scoring 2 penalties, Benzema having penalties. The controversy of them penalties were ridiculous, but I thought the first half was very cagey. Both teams were very kind of feeling each other out. Not many chances, but overall Portugal's passes were crisper, and they had a bit more possession. They probably deserved to get that penalty. I thought that penalty given on Pereira was definitely a penalty. Lloris does get a slight touch of the ball, but he's going full pelt and smacks him in the head. Definite penalty. I mean, he kindly got a bit of the ball, but in the end, if he'd have hit him a certain part, he could have knocked him out of. If he'd hit him a certain part of his head, and Ronaldo scores the penalty. Great penalty as always, and you're always confident when Ronaldo's on penalties. Tucked it away, but I thought genuinely Ronaldo often. You look at Messi; he's always involved in the game. Ronaldo that game, 2 penalties, and he's top goal scorer now, isn't he? With 5 goals. Lukaku's on 3, and 3 of them goals were penalties. So I know you've got the Messi and Ronaldo debate, all the fans going, what has he, Pessi and Penaldo, but that game, Ronaldo definitely weren't at his best. Obviously, you could say that for Jota, Bernardo Silva, they weren't really involved in the game because Portugal did sit back afterwards, but he does rely on pens a bit more, I feel, and especially that game, to carry his... if he gets the Euro Golden Boot, it's heavily relied on penalties at the moment, because half of his goals are penalties, but they're there to be taken, they're there to be scored. He put them away, but before he put the second one away, France ended up getting a penalty. And Mbappe, was it a penalty? No way. Mbappe was a cheeky little shit. He felt a little bit of contact, shoulder to shoulder, went to ground, and the ref gave it. This ref is normally decent. He was good in the Champions League, and this one, he's been absolutely terrible. Some of his decisions were crap. I don't know how VAR didn't overturn it. They must have looked at that and said, yeah, because VAR mostly has been better than the Prem, but the decisions in this game were terrible, absolute crap. That was nowhere near a penalty. And then later in the game, Mbappe went and did it again to try and get another one. He got away, didn't get a pen that time, but Benzema tucked it away. His first goal for France in 6 years after getting dropped. Karim, the dream. And him and Ronaldo, obviously, at half-time, they was chatting away. And all that really separated it was 2 penalties. There weren't much in it. Obviously, Mbappe did have that chance where Pogba was playing him in. Pogba knows he's on the same wavelength as Mbappe. Plays that ball through the defence and Mbappe's in on goal. Happened a few times. And in the second half, it happened straight away. France were much better in the second half. Benzema made the run. Pogba, great pass. Great finish, exquisite, and France went ahead. And Pogba, as you were saying, he's just different gravy when he plays for France. Immense. He's the leader on the pitch kind of thing. He controls the midfield. You've got Kante's running around everywhere, just tackling it, and it was a great pass, great goal. And Portugal did get a bit lucky, I feel, because they won the Euros in 2016. They didn't look good against France, to be honest. Against Germany, there was absolute dog crap, and against Hungary, they haven't been good, and they will face Belgium in the round of 16. That'll be a good game because I think Portugal's defence is slightly better, but Belgium have the better attacking players there. They could overload Portugal, especially if they're very dominant. And Ronaldo, could he outpace some of their players? Ronaldo's a bit slower, isn't he, now? So they might suit Belgium a bit more with not as pacey players. You've obviously got to watch out for Jota, though, who had a bit of a quiet game in the France game. But in the end, Portugal did get another penalty. Was it a penalty? I mean, it's close range. His arms are up here, and when your arms are up here in today's game, it's always going to be given a pen. And I'd probably say it was a pen, yeah. The most clear-cut one in the game. And Ronaldo steps up, did the business again. He was buzzing off it because obviously Portugal stayed in the conversation of getting promoted then to the round of 16. But yeah, another goal for Ronaldo, another penalty for Ronaldo. He didn't really do much in the game, but let's be honest, he scores a lot of goals. He's now the joint top goal scorer in both the World Cup and European competitions put together. International goals is like 109. Mental stuff from Ronaldo, but I'd say, I know we're having this debate, everyone always has it. When Messi does play, he always is involved in the game. He always offers something, even if he doesn't score. And if he does score a pen, he often kind of deserves that goal because he's been in all general play. Ronaldo is now kind of turned himself to the poacher, which is really good, world class from him, changing his position, but I thought he didn't really offer too much in the game, and I mean, I kind of want Lukaku to win the Golden Boot, so if he wins it just based on pens, Lukaku's had no pens, mate, and he had a disallowed goal, it'd be a bit annoying, but it is what it is. And as well, there was that penalty instance towards the end as well, where Bruno studs bloody, I think it's Coman, in the calf. How was that not being given a pen? I don't know. VAR even checked it. Bruno's pulling him as he's going into the box. Then he goes in, stamps on the back of his calf, and it's not given as a pen. The ref had a mare there, not given the challenge, and then VAR had an even bigger mare, not even telling him to go to the freaking camera or anything. He didn't get told to go to the camera in any of the situations involving the penalties, and realistically, France should have had another penalty there, and they could have won it, but it doesn't really matter in terms of who went through, but bit of a dodgy decision there, and the referees' decisions, the VAR decisions in that match were the worst I've saw so far in the Euro tournament. Probably a fair result, even game in the end, because after that they kind of just sat off. There's passing around the back, both teams. There weren't much in it after that, apart from actually that Pogba shot where he curls it. It's going top right, brilliant save by Patricio onto the post, and then the rebound he saves again, world class from Patricio there. Pogba yet again, probably getting man of the match, maybe Ronaldo or Benzema, but I think Pogba ran the midfield once again for France, and yeah, ended 2-2 both games. France, Germany and Portugal progressed. France topped the group. Brilliant scenes. The best group, definitely. We've had 4-2 Germany and then 2-2 in the 2 games today. Crazy stuff. The best group. Group of death, providing, living up to its name. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, England face Germany. Hopefully we can go win it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.